When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk, people.
Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. It's a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, wherever you are. I come this morning with a heavy heart because it could be my brother, it could be my nephew, it could be my son. And what we see going on in our schools in our country, Jamaica, it's getting violent. And sometimes, we as parents have to deal with the blunt of everything, have to deal with our children coming home because of what went down. This afternoon, we're going to speak about what happened at the B.B. King High School in St. Elizabeth, where the family is demanding justice. The family of the school is demanding justice for their son. And based on what we're hearing, which I can't put in areas yet, is that the young man is gonna need a brain scan. No, it's another thing again of the family. If the family can afford it. Now I'm gonna read something to you. And the chairman of the school board of the B.B. King High School was speaking on a news outlet yesterday. The male student who accused of knocking a schoolmate unconscious for spitting, hear this? The young man spit on his shoes, so spitting on his shoes after class ended on Thursday at the B.B. King High School in St. Elizabeth has been suspended for 10 days. This was confirmed by the chairman of the board, Mr. Holness. Don't know the person is related to the Prime Minister, I don't know, while speaking on a radio station. And this is what the chairman said on the radio station.
We have sent a letter to the parents today, giving the troubled child 10 days suspension. And before that 10 days expire, we will be meeting with him at the personnel committee level, where we will decide his fate.
Yes, sorry, it's the BB. I think it's the B.B. King, the B.B. Cook High School. I'm sorry, the B.B. Cook High School. As the chairman who was speaking to the news yesterday on the news about the suspending the child for 10 days. Mr. Holness also said further disciplinary action will be discussed in a meeting and in the way going forward.
It is a bad incident, and he can get the maximum penalty,
which is expulsion.
And that is suspension.
Wait, suspension or expulsion?
Expulsion. Expulsion.
Wow. Yesterday, there's some videos. I hope YouTube don't block the Make We Talk program, because I have some videos to show you of what went down yesterday. And believe you me, you will feel hurt and upset about this. Our nation is going down a path of no return. When our young kids, when our children, somebody spit on your shoes, you're saying to me that you couldn't say, okay, the person may say sorry to you, you know, it was a mistake or whatever, and the person wipe it off. You know, move and go on. You're gonna end up beating one of your classmates unconsciously. Beating the person unconsciously. And my God, you look and beat. These kids are in such a high rage. They're just a high rage that they can't accept when a person apologizes to them because what? He's a clerks. He's my clerks. He's spit pan. So you know, go school for learn. You go school for boast of what you can wear to school. That's why you went to school. That is why you went to school. I am trying to fathom what on earth is going on. The young man, one of your classmates, one of your schoolmates, spit on your shoes. Spit on your shoes. And my God, before you just accept the apology, you beat one of your classmates, a 14-year-old young man, is now battling for life. His parents gonna need a CT scan on his brain. I saw a picture of him. It looked like his brain is swollen. His head is swollen. So that means his brain is swollen. And you're telling me, and you can bet, because I know people in St. Elizabeth, they live very loving. People in St. Elizabeth live very, very loving. And when school over, the end of class on Thursday, the end of class on Thursday, a fight developed because somebody spat on your shoes. You know, Jamaican say, spit on my shoes, you know, man. And you're gonna beat another school boy, beat an ex-school boy. Beat him. I'll just show you the video that went down. Beat him unconsciously. You see? Beat his friend. And then the other students have to pick up the young man after they're shaking him and no, he's not responding to them at all. Have to pick him up. If I don't know if it happened in the school compound or it happened in a bus stop, we don't see where it happened. I'm gonna dig deep and see where they say where it happened. But you can see students lifting him up and take him to a medical facility nearby. Students taking the next student, their classmate, to get medical help. Our children of tomorrow is getting violent. Our children of tomorrow is getting violent. We're living in a violent society. We're living into a violent society. We do not know what tomorrow brings for our children. You know, at one point I remember hearing somebody said that we have a nation of vipers. And I was saying to the person, no man, they can't say those things about our kids. We have a nation of vipers because all they can think about is licking down somebody. All they can think about is saying to themselves, no, sir, we can't do this and we can't do that. But we're beating. It is so sad to see what is going on. A very sad situation. And now the parents of the young man in St. Elizabeth is calling out for justice. The family members are demanding justice. Is it that when the school decide to expel that young man, and we have to be careful how we expel him too, because we may expel in another school, pick him back up, and then it's going to be a chaos on us because he doesn't get the education he's supposed to get. Then he's going to go out there and become more violent. And when the kids see what is going on with the adults, how adults operate, then they're going to say they can operate the same way because I see mommy and daddy, I see uncle, I see other people operating the same way. Vive Cartel was the one who sang the song about Clarks. But I didn't know it get the popularity that it gets since the Prime Minister took it on. The Prime Minister of Jamaica took it on. And everybody have this thing about Clarks. About Clarks. The family of the student who was beaten unconsciously from the B.B. Cook High School needs help in St. Elizabeth. They need help. The young man head is swollen. His head swell up big. Swell up big. And this is the society that we want to leave for our children, where young people are taking on things on their head. Young people are saying to themselves, "Cha, we can't do the same thing anybody do." This is the society we're living in. This is the society that we are living in right now. It's hard. It is sad. It is so sad. It is so sad to see what is going on. The male student who was accused of knocking a schoolmate unconscious for spitting on his shoes after the ending of class on Thursday at the B.B. Cook High School in St. Elizabeth. So you have to be careful how you walk nowadays. Because somebody may just don't touch on your shoes. And because of Clarks, you'll kill a person over Clarks. You'll kill an individual over Clarks. You're going to beat somebody else. What kind of example are we setting in this country? And because the Prime Minister pick up this thing about give me my Clarks, and he put on in green Clarks because election near. Vive Cartel had it before, but I think it get more popular since the Prime Minister of Jamaica take it on. I'm not blaming the Prime Minister for this, but our values and morals and attitude has gone through the door. Our values, our morals and our attitude has gone through the door. Our nation is in crisis. Our young people are in crisis. Because what? The example that we as adults are setting for them is not good. The example as for that we are setting for our children out there, it is not good. It is not good. It is not good. And how can we bring our children together? Or bring these young people together and say, look here, what's going on with man is not right. It's not right. This is the young man. I hope you all can see it. Let me stick out myself out of the way. That is, his head is swollen, his eyes are swollen. And we get up this morning. Many of us get up this morning because everything is good in your neck of the wood. And because this is not your child, you know, business with it. We're trying to get a hold of the family. The producers of this program trying to get a hold of the family to figure out what we can do from this end. Because they're gonna in need of serious help. Gonna need of serious help. I'm not blaming Tina Clarks. What I am saying is this, is that what is going on, it's unbelievable. If anyone want to call in and give your input on it, let me know. I can put out the number for you to call in. Let me know if you want to call in and you know, give your input of what is going on. Because when I saw it last night, I was up until late last night. I got up very early this morning to go and do something at about 4:35. And a cousin of mine called me and said to me, Jay, you see the newspaper of the BB Cook High School student? I said, yes. I want to do a program on it. I was hoping to get somebody from St. Elizabeth to come on in the program to speak some more who knows about it. But the person is unavailable because today is their Sabbath. We are in crisis in this country. We have to blame ourselves because they are our children. Huh? They are our children. Sorry, stepping on the shoes rather. Not spitting, I'm sorry. They are our children. And what are we doing? What are we doing? What sort of Jamaica are we leaving for our children? Sometimes we get on and blame government every day. We must blame ourselves. Blame ourselves what is going on in our society because we contribute to it. Some of our parents live some careless life in front of our children, and some bullyism life, and some bad manism and bad woman life in front of our children. And they believe this is the norm for them to do the same thing that we're doing. The same thing that we are doing. And this is this is what is going on. This is everything because some of our children live to see their father picking up illegal guns, or their father doing all sorts of things. So they believe it's the norm. They want to come and do the same thing that daddy do or uncle do. our nation, our children are going to a place of no return. We cannot blame government for the way our children operate. We cannot blame the Ministry of Education for our children operate. We cannot blame the Minister of Education for our children operate. Now, what I would say, if this happened in the school compound, then I will blame the school of not getting ambulance or whatever. But if it happened outside of the school compound, we cannot blame the B.B. Cook High School principal for this. Because majority of our children, we wait until we leave the school compound, we go on with our antics. And we have our children in the home, and nobody like them. They are so quiet. They are quiet like a lamb. They can't mass ants. But when they leave the presence of our home and go on the road, it's a disgrace how they can operate. You know, I'm not blaming these two boys. I'm not blaming them. I'm not saying that XQ, why is it happening? Why XQ? What I am saying is this, that we have to instill in their brain that you cannot beat a next person because the person step on your shoes. You wear the shoes not even for 2 months, go the shoes mash up. They have a tendency, these school boys have a tendency, you know, they have their shoes brush in their pocket and one for the hair. And the ladies could dust take the shoes and brush it off because of their clocks. And some parents spend the last dime of 50,000 or 60,000. How much for our clocks nowadays, by the way, in Jamaica? And you will see your son coming with a clocks. You don't ask him, where you get the clocks from? When you get the money from buy the clocks, you don't ask him those things. Now this family is gonna have to find money to help the other family with the student, with the boys, with the boy, because their son is in need of help. What did they can beat the woman fitness up? What did they can beat your fellow student, your fellow colleague, your classmate? 23,000 for a class. I want 23,000 myself. $23,000 for a class. And some parents take up the 23,000 and buy the class, give to the boy. And when I go to school, then I didn't know A from Bullfoot. They can't even, if some of them, if they say the name and the same class, then they don't say their name. And you're gonna spend $23,000 for a class. And when you go to school, and because when a classmate or a schoolmate step on it, you're gonna beat your classmate until he don't know himself. You're unconscious. He's unconscious. Huh? You're gonna beat him because and I think more to be done, you know. I think there is more to be done with this expulsion or expulsion, whatever you want to call it. You expel him from the school. It's one. But what about the other young man who's lying in a hospital bed, who's in need of help? What about him? What about him? The Ministry of Education should come out and try and help. What about him? Huh? What about him? Listen to me. You see what we portray as adults in front of our children? They grasp to it or they accept it and believe it's the norm. Now you have a figurehead. And as I said before, I am not blaming Prime Minister Holness. I am not. But when you have a figurehead who all he can put up to gain vote from for the people of this country is to wear a Clarks. Is to wear a Clarks. And when you wear the Clarks, because what election is near, these young men who are coming up believe that, yeah man, my PM, bro, God, the way Clarks, I have to wear Clarks, go to school too, you know. Because bro, God, whatever I want to call him, bro, God or blow God. Wearing Clarks in green Clarks, going to parliament, you know, with in green necktie. So I have to wear my Clarks too, you know, because you want to see Andrew Jonas to wear Clarks too, you know. So I have to wear my Clarks to go to school too, you know, my mommy want a Clarks, you know. And some of them will do some stuff to get the Clarks because the parents can't afford it. And now, all because of a little piece of Clarks, you are in deep trouble. Because if the young man die, you know, God forbid, they're going to charge that other young boy for murder. God forbid, I hope not. The parents need a CT scan or MRI done on the child, on their son. And it's costing a quite amount of money. It's costing a quite amount of money. Where they want to get it from, nobody don't know. Nobody know if the young man who beat the other young man, if they have money to assist with the other schoolboy parents to get a CT scan or MRI. And this is what is happening now. Dear God in heaven, the center cannot hold Maranaki upon the land. Look at this again. His fellow classmate, his fellow schoolmate, pick him up and walk with him to a medical center to get help. Walk with him to a medical center to get help. I wonder what he take and hit that young man in his head. Wonder what he used to beat that young man in his head. His face, his head is swollen because of whatever he used to beat him in his head. And now it calls for a CT scan and an MRI or an MRI. And don't be surprised if a CT scan and MRI don't cost all $50,000, $60,000 or nearly $100,000 in Jamaica to get that done. Now, where the mother of that young man going to get that money from who lives in St. Elizabeth? Where they're going to get the money from? But yet, the other family can find money to buy a Clarks. And all because I step on your Clarks. Me step on it. You couldn't say, oh, yo, brethren, and say, all right, don't worry about it, I'm just brush it off. No. Your Clarks, man. So in other words, if you book the drop and step on the book, it's nothing to you because it's just a book. But your Clarks is your precious gem because you pay $23,000 for it. And you're gonna beat somebody till they're unconscious, all because of a shoes where you put your foot in. And by the time you walk, not even a month good, the shoes mash up. You have to get another one. Now look at that young man lying in the hospital bed. Need help. His eyes are swollen. His brain is swollen. This is what you all do. We need help in this country. Our children need help. There are some dark days ahead of us. We have some dark days ahead of us. Yes, government must have order in society too, I agree. But we, the parents, must have order in our home. We, the parents, must have orders in our home. We must lay down ground rules. But some of these young men who are going to school and them run things at home. Some of them is them alone live. They have no mother nor no father. They have no mother nor no father. It's a sad day. A very sad day. And I pray and hope that the family of this young man who's lying in a hospital bed can get help, because he's going to need a CT scan or MRI. And who knows, possible surgery. Possible surgery. It all depends. Possible surgery. And the way how things are going on now, where are they going to get the money from? Where are they going to get the money from? And I pray and hope that although it may not happen on the school compound, but I pray and hope that somebody out there in civil society in Jamaica can assist the family of this young man who was brutally beaten. You're just saying they beat him to death, but he's not dead. Thank God he's not. A very sad day for us. Very, very sad day. A sad weekend for the family of that young man from the B.B. Cook High School in St. Elizabeth. Very sad weekend for them. But I pray and hope that whatever punishment they give to the other young man, that he may be in an institution to get him help, because there's absolutely no way you can beat somebody over one piece of old shoes and you're normal. Something is wrong with you. What's that high rage you have in yourself? What's that high rage do you have within you? All because I step on your shoes. And I may say sorry to you. I may offer you to even brush off the shoes. There must be something else. It cannot be the shoes alone. It cannot be the shoes alone. We are the government, in case you all don't know. We, the people, are the government. We employ the members of parliament inside there. We pay them. Them don't pay themselves. We pay them. Because if we don't pay our taxes, they don't get any pay. So we are the government. And we need to take a stand, because we elect them to govern and to rule and to pass laws, not to suit themselves, but to suit the people. You're gonna suspend and expel that young man from school. And maybe no other school want to take him. Then we have to figure out where we're gonna put him. Because if we go back in society, God, but nobody knows what to do. But I pray and hope the family get help and the help that they deserve. My viewers, thank you all for coming on. I just want to share this with you. It's now minutes to 1 o'clock, minutes to 12 o'clock in Jamaica. But the family of the young man who was brutally beaten, then beat him nearly to death, all because he stepped on somebody's shoes. The family needs help. The family is calling out for help. Because their son is lying in a hospital bed right now, this very moment, this Saturday morning here, or Saturday afternoon, lying in a bed, whether he's at the Kingston Public Hospital, or the Black River Hospital, or the University of the West Indies, we don't know. But he's lying in a bed unconscious. He needs help. I'll keep you all up to date on it. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. As a family in St. Elizabeth is crying out for justice for their son who was beaten. They beat him unconscious, all because he stepped on one of his friends' shoes, the name brand shoes, Clarks. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you all for coming on. God bless you. It's where I say so long from here until you hear my voice again. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Join me, yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares, on Make We Talk on WZPP and WZOP Radio this Monday, October 2nd, 2023, from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. U.S. time, or 12 noon to 1 p.m. Jamaica time. My special guest will be President of the People's National Party and Opposition Leader Mark Golding. We'll be discussing issues facing Jamaica and Jamaica's future. We'll be live on the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel, WZPPradio.com. Our studio numbers are 850-446-0562. That's Make We Talk on WZPP Radio. Join me, yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares, on Make We Talk on WZPP and WZOP Radio this Monday, October 2nd, 2023, from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. U.S. time, or 12 noon to 1 p.m. Jamaica time. My special guest will be President of the People's National Party and Opposition Leader Mark Golding. We'll be discussing issues facing Jamaica and Jamaica's future. We'll be live on the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel, WZPPradio.com. Our studio numbers are 850-446-0562. That's Make We Talk on WZPP Radio.
Within the first 100 days of our government, we will start the legislative process to institute, and I want you to listen to me carefully, impeachment proceedings in Parliament. This will add another layer of protection of the Parliament to ensure that only members of unquestioned integrity sit in the Parliament.
That is the difference between them and us.
A few will continue to plunder poor people's money because we will have to continue to live with the rampant corruption that has characterized this government, of which the Prime Minister has been a part from beginning till now.
Upside down, you want a politician, I got turn against him. Them I go tell him say he has lost credibility. Them I go war against him. Confusion, I go rise up against the Prime Minister. We man cabinet, running back a court, running by rot. I go rise up against him. The battle is not ours. Without a win, the bigger than the people. God will have to. Judgment in a parliament, judgment. a shop on the plaza. It's in US dollar.
My God.
Rich. Everything are run by China. Road are run by China. Government are run by America. Can I preach? Can I preach? Native citizen, we can't hold nothing down here. Can I preach? Chinese are take over. I feel my belly. Somebody say, whoa. We need deliverance. We need the blood. We need Jesus. We need help. Can I preach?
I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote. Let's go out and vote.
Join me, yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares, on Make We Talk on WZPP and WZOP Radio this Monday, October 2nd, 2023, from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. U.S. time, or 12 noon to 1 p.m. Jamaica time. My special guest will be President of the People's National Party and Opposition Leader Mark Golding. We'll be discussing issues facing Jamaica and Jamaica's future. We'll be live on the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel, WZPPradio.com. Our studio numbers are 850-446-0562. That's Make We Talk on WZPP Radio.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.